Hello adventurers, I'm Gray and welcome back to Slime Rancher, where we're going on an adventure, which is typical of me because I love adventures. I love exploring, I love seeing new things, I love trying new things, and being the best I can be. And in this story of Slime Rancher, I am the hero exploring the ranch and having a good time with it. And we're going to hunt for all the loot boxes that we can. Treasure pods, you could say. And I have a guide for them. It's not perfect of a guide, but it's pretty good. So the idea of this guide that I have is that it shows all of the loot box locations on one single image. But the only problem with it is that even though it shows the locations, it doesn't show the elevation. So I kind of have to hunt around the general position of it in the picture in order to find the box. Which will be fine. That'll give us a little bit of a treasure hunt while I can talk about other things at the same time. Ah, here's the rare treasure box I was looking for. It was underwater this whole time. What's it gonna be? Jumbo shroom, not a regular shroom or even a large one. No, something more. I feel like a lot of these loot boxes are just gonna be some random decorations I can make that are a waste of resources. Let me out of here. Ah, it's evil slimes. Run away! Alright, that's all from this island, and at the same time we can sort of continue our discussion we were having about various games. Because I was talking about new games coming out this year, how I feel about them, all that type of stuff, and giving my impressions of them. One game I was very excited to play this year, and that I still am very excited to play, is the new Minecraft spin-off, which is Minecraft Dungeons. And I'm excited to see them turn Minecraft into a bit of a franchise, in a way, rather than just being the one game. Like, there were jokes about Minecraft 2 for such a long period of time, and it's not exactly a Minecraft 2, but Minecraft Dungeons is its own unique thing, and I'm glad about it, because Minecraft is still going strong. They don't need to make a Minecraft 2 right now. Just keep updating Minecraft and adding all sorts of new content, and the creators will find fun things to do with it. But Minecraft Dungeons is its own unique, sort of Diablo-esque, I don't know, like looter, dungeon exploring game. And it looks really cool right now. It has its own art style, it has its own feel, and it's a game that I definitely am planning on recording for YouTube. Just because, like, the games I like to record are whatever I enjoy playing for the most part. I know the stuff I've been recording, like Slime Rancher and Graveyard Keeper, are not the best for YouTube analytics. These are not games that people will go and search YouTube for and click on all the time and that type of stuff. And that's just natural because they're older games. I mean, I'm glad that you all who are enjoying it really are. I'm enjoying it, which is why I'm playing it, of course. I wouldn't be doing it otherwise. But Minecraft Dungeons is a game that I think I will enjoy, and also I think a lot of people will love to watch when it releases, which I think is just a perfect combo. It's kind of like Graytale, which I'm basing the channel on, which is another game I'm super excited for, but that's coming out next year. Or at least the beta is coming out next year. According to them. We'll see. But Minecraft Dungeons, from everything I've seen about the trailers, the music, the gameplay, looks really fun, really well made, and I wish I got access to the beta. I really do. There's apparently a treasure pod, like, really close to me, like right down, like, here. It's supposed to be like one right here or something like that, and I'm not sure where it is. I'm rather confused. Leave me alone, you jerks. Maybe it's over here? Not over here. Up in that tree? I'm on the hunt! I somehow made it to the top of the tree, but I see nothing here other than glitchy leaves that I can kind of see through. A little bit weird. I want to climb to the top of this tree. It looks really tall. Just for fun. Yeah. Now can I make it up? Come on. Come on. I want to make it up to the very top. Come on, game. Oh yeah, we made it. We are here. Actually, it keeps going higher and higher. What if I get to the top of that tree? That's like the tallest point in this entire place, right? I mean, it looks like it. In fact, that's like right above the entrance, I think. Will this work? Can I hop onto this tree right here? No, it's not solid. Or is it? Not quite. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Now I can get on it, right? No. Is this solid? I don't like that it keeps, like, making me slide off. I don't trust this. I'm going on my own little journey, okay, guys? I'm having fun. I'm having a good time. Okay. That is not gonna work. We're leaving. I'm out of here. Oh. Okay, we're good. Ah, it was below this whole time. Very hidden, very secretive. I mean, it is a super rare box, so that's only fair. There's still quite a lot to find around here. I've only found a little over half. Oh! I've looted it already. I am a big dum-dum. Let me out of here. Okay, so the next game on the list that I have is The Last of Us 2. And the thing with me and The Last of Us is that I've never had a PlayStation. I'm gonna be totally honest with that. I grew up on Nintendo. I still love Nintendo and have Nintendo. I have my Nintendo Switch, and that's the only console I own right now. And the only modern console I own. I think there's something underwater in here. Maybe. However, I do like a lot of the PlayStation games from what I've heard. Like, a lot of their exclusives, they seem like games I really enjoy, and this is no exception. I never played The Last of Us, but I know how the story goes and how it's played, and it looks really fun. It's a really good adventure, a really great story. So perhaps once I get older, get my own PlayStation, I will play The Last of Us Original, and then I'll play The Last of Us 2 later on. I do know that my friends, actually, I don't really have to wait till I get older, to be honest, because my friends and roommates, they're not really roommates right now because we're all socially isolating, but they have PlayStations, both of them do, and they also have The Last of Us, so I might play that sometime off of them for free. When it comes to The Last of Us 2, though, I'm going to see if one of them gets it, because if they don't, then I'm not going to be playing it, just totally honest. There's also a loot pod, somewhere around here, I believe. Somewhere in this general area. Over here, perhaps? Like up here? I think it's up on top of this place. Anyway, I'm excited to play it, though, at some point. There's so many good games that I haven't played, which I think is a great thing, because that means you have so many new experiences that you can look forward to. I think it's fine. If you haven't played everything that people tell you to play, that's good for you. Like, they're the ones who are sad because they can't play it for the first time again. But you can have that experience, so you can treasure it. Every time you play a game, and you start to realize this is great, you're really enjoying it, treasure that experience. Because you're never going to have that again with that same game. It will still be great the next time you play, don't get me wrong. But it'll be a different type. It won't be a first time great. Have I ever gone through this teleporter right here? I forget if I have. Regardless, there's only one more treasure pod in this general area, so after I check it out, I'm probably going to try out this portal and see. It probably just leads me home. In fact, I probably have used that portal before, I just forgot that I have. Which is something. I'm very forgetful. Sometimes. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, The Last of Us Part 2. One day I'll play it. Next on the list is Cyberpunk 2077. Which is a game that I have been looking forward to a lot. Which is a little bit weird because the only game from CD Projekt Red I've played before this is The Witcher 2, which I played through like the first 2 hours and didn't continue. Not because it was bad, but because I didn't have time. Like, I have a weird thing when I play games, which, I don't know, some of you might relate to it, where I'll often start a game, but then my time gets limited, stuff happens, schoolwork, things like that, and so I stop for a little while. And then after I stop for a little while, I don't want to go back to it. Because I don't quite remember where I was in the game. Like, what was I doing? What was my goal? What was the story at that time? But at the same time, I kind of remember what was going on. And I don't want to have to start over from the beginning. Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't want to have to start over from the beginning and do it all again, even when I've already done it, because that would just be... I'd find that to be a bit boring. So I'm sort of in that weird mix of where I don't want to start over, but I also don't want to continue from where I left off, and so I just don't play it again. And that's happened with so many games, especially over these past like 2-3 years, ever since I entered college. I just haven't had time. Wait, what? Where am I? Oh, this is one of the hidden places that they said! Ah! I don't have a key. I used it on a useless door because I thought that was the last key. Ugh. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can look up where the Gordos are. Okay, I know the location of another Gordo here because I know I've got the Hunter Gordo that was on the mushroom at the end of this place. But it looks like there's another honey one, which is approximately right around this area here at the bottom left, near that island. So we're going to get that guy using some mint mangoes in a moment, because I know honey slimes love those mangoes. They're very sweet. Oh, I should probably take the teleporter home. But while I do that, let's talk about Cyberpunk, like I was mentioning. I'm excited for it because I know that they make quality games, and I don't buy AAA games that often, but I think like CD Projekt Red is one of the companies that's worth buying a AAA game on release. Plus, even if you don't buy them on release, CD Projekt Red often does sales on their games, like pretty big sales. Like Witcher 3 can go for $5-10 sometimes. I mean, I know it's quite, like, it's a little bit old now, it's a little bit dated. I mean, not dated in a bad way, like, it's a couple years old just in general. But even so, it holds up today super well. I have the game Game of the Year edition. I just haven't played it yet. But I'm going to. It's another one of those examples of a game being super long. And so I don't want to get invested in it unless I know that I'm going to have the time to actually finish it. Okay. I'm pretty sure some of my friends are going to get Cyberpunk 2077 though, and I could play it off them. Or I could just play it myself. I enjoy these types of open world games, especially when they have like fun stories or characters or just a whole lot to do. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of the only games that I've bought at full price. And it wasn't even like right when it released. It was like a year or two. No, it was several years after it released actually when I got GTA 5, and it was still $60 because it rarely ever goes on bigger sales because Rockstar is pretty greedy. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of Rockstar as a company, but they do make good games. And GTA 5, I really enjoyed the whole thing. In fact, and you might think, well, did you play the multiplayer ton? No. I have about 300 hours in GTA 5, and all of it, almost all of it actually, not all of it, maybe like 50 hours or so is multiplayer. But over 250 hours of that game was me in single player, 100%ing the single player. I got every single achievement that you can get in the single player mode alone, and enjoyed the whole thing. Like, I'd put music in the background and just hunt for things, and I'd drive around and do crazy stuff, and it was a whole lot of fun. And Cyberpunk looks to be that, but with a much better, well, I don't know about the story yet, but with a better story and a more interactive world with more interesting characters. And that's what I'm down for, to be honest. Hopefully it actually releases at some point, because it seems like it keeps getting pushed back further and further. Hello there. Enjoy some mint mangoes, you honey slime. It's supposed to be released later this year now, ever since it got delayed. I think, yeah, it's releasing in September now, it seems. Actually, I want to take you guys with me, because I just want to store some honey slimes. I have a hard time finding you sometimes for quests. Okay, and slime key. Let's go see what's in those ruins. We have plenty of extra mint mangoes. Not that it matters, I'll probably toss them out or something. Goodbye, chicken. Sorry, is that animal abuse? I apologize. We have Empire of Sin. I don't know much about Empire of Sin. It's a strategy game, apparently, which means that it's not for me. So, the thing with me in strategy games is that I'm not a big fan of them because I play video games to have fun and to relax and to not think, for the most part. Like, I'm okay with, like, thinking a little bit and just, like, being creative. Like, I prefer being creative than I prefer strategizing when it comes to single-player video games. When it comes to multiplayer stuff, I'm fine with having some strategy because you're like messing with friends and trying to outsmart them and stuff like that, and that's more fun. But playing against like CPUs or people online or things like that, I don't really enjoy strategy games in that regard. I find them to be really boring. You're just watching like things go up in terms of your like your resources to go up, and then you spend them and you upgrade, and then you watch them go up again, and you beat up this guy, and you don't feel involved. You don't feel like you're actually a part of the action from what I've seen. In general, you feel more like a god controlling everything from above. And I'm not a fan of that type of thing. I want to get invested in an adventure. I want to be the hero of a story. So yeah, strategy games aren't really my thing, so this is probably not the game for me. But if you're a fan of strategy games, I've heard that this one could be pretty good. We'll see. And then finally after that, we have Breath of the Wild 2, which is once again an uncertainty. People are just speculating that it's going to release this year. I'm not sure how likely it is. In fact, I would venture a guess to say that it's unlikely to release this year, especially with the coronavirus delaying everything. probably next year at the earliest. But this is the game, other than Hytale, like if I'm just going by AAA games, this is the game I'm the most hyped for right now. Because Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite games of all time. I absolutely loved it because Breath of the Wild, and I could gush about this game for a long time, Breath of the Wild puts you in the shoes of the adventurer that I always have wanted to be in games. Like, it's my ideal scenario in Breath of the Wild. A fully open world that you can explore however you want. You can climb anything, you can sail through the sky, you can beat the bosses in any order, but it's not really about the bosses or the dungeons. It's about the feel of the world, seeing the sights, feeling the beauty, fighting monsters if you want to, or you can sneak attack a whole settlement of monsters. You can become friends with villagers and see all this unique talk that they have, and there's all sorts of Easter eggs and fun things to do. I just love Breath of the Wild, and if Breath of the Wild 2 does that, but even more, with a darker story, with more interesting characters and things like that, that'll be all I ever want, to be honest, and it'll be fantastic. I'm so excited for that. But here we are in the ruins. Oh! 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 Nice. I mean... What? What? I guess I'm tossing these in. Okay. Was that a bad idea? Are these like plorts going off the edge? I feel like a lot of these plorts are going off the edge, and this is kind of hard. This is kind of hard to do. What am I doing? What's going on? Mangoes. Okay, I did not get nearly as much gold plorts as I think I should have from that. I did not expect this place to be like that, though. I did not expect it to just be full of gold slimes. I expected there to just be a lot of, like, loot pods with coins and stuff. I mean, there might still be. I want the best loot. Whoa, gold plorts. Cool, cool. Is there any way I can sell this for, like... It's a good amount. That's a good amount. I wonder if there's a way I can sell these for more than the, like, value. Like, I haven't sold gold plorts in a while, so they're worth quite a lot. But is there any way to, like, increase the margin of profits without just waiting and not selling stuff for a while? Some sort of upgrade or something. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I'm gonna need to do this and sell them from in here. I cannot sell them from in here. I'm gonna need to come back, it seems. Are all of these just gold plorts? Because I don't have the inventory for this. Yeah, they are. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make some bank. That's nice. And I'm guessing there's several of these ruins as well. How many are there? Alright, apparently there's 3 vaults, and I think I messed up a little bit. Because there's a vac upgrade called the Golden Sure Shot, which I can unlock at some point in the future using 7Z upgrades. And that triples... Ooh, I got the achievement free ranging. What's that for? 50 plorts on the range in a single day. Nice. Have I never done that before? I mean, my first time I collect 50 plorts on the range in a single day is gold plorts. That's pretty nice. Let's see how much this can sell for right now. I'm kind of afraid that I'll sell it and then it'll immediately go down in value the next day. Actually, how much can gold plorts be worth? Okay, apparently gold plorts are right now at about the average for the amount it sells for. In fact, the absolute average is 300. So we could probably store them in here for now. I think that's not a bad idea. Just use this as a storage site. And we'll just put all of them in here that we collect. And then whenever it goes up to a really good value, apparently the maximum is 658. But if we do that, and we just like collect all these plorts from the 3 different vaults, and then sell them when it's max value, that'll be a lot of profits. We won't really have to worry too much about getting all the stuff from these slimes anymore, because we'll have the plorts. That'll be very convenient. I am a little bit sad that I missed out on the chance to maximize my profits from the gold slimes in here using the Golden Sure Shot. But I didn't know. I didn't read ahead of time on what's going to be in these different vaults. I didn't even know this was a vault at first. I just wanted to see what was in it. And honestly, I don't really care too much. It was a fun surprise. And we got that gold plot before it despawned, which is sick. Let's watch all this gold, all this money flow. Wow, look at this. I want to see it pile up. Ah, it's so shiny. I like money. This is definitely money. Money, 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 money. How much is in here? There's gonna be over 100, I think. Because there's still these two, and there's still these two as well. Actually, I probably shouldn't have opened both of those. I'm gonna need to run back here in order to hold it all. Well, for now, I'll collect it from this one. Okay. Yeah, I can only hold 3. Please don't despawn on me, okay? I'll be back. We're back for our final bit of wealth. All of our work on the farm is paid off. We've finally gotten what we so rightfully deserve. All the labor, the blood, sweat, and tears we've poured onto making this business a success. It all comes here from a wealthy benefactor. Just like every successful business, you gotta start off with a small loan. Alright, and the last games that I have to talk about while we're doing this... Actually, there's, how many games are there left on this list? There's 2 more. I could probably talk about them in one set. So one of them is Halo Infinite, and interesting thing about Halo is I actually quite like Halo. Now, I've never owned an Xbox. Like I said, I've only ever owned Nintendo stuff. But one of my friends, when I was a kid, had an Xbox 360, and we used to play Halo quite a bit on it. I think it was called Forge, where they had a thing where you can make like maps and do all sorts of crazy stuff in them. Like we had all sorts of race maps that went up into space, like through the skybox, and crazy game modes and stuff that we played. And it was a whole lot of fun. So I'm actually interested in Halo Infinite. Especially since it's going to come out on PC as well. Like, every Xbox game is technically on PC as well as on Xbox. That's sort of what Microsoft's doing. So I could play it really easily even though I don't have an Xbox. And I want to play it. I want to see how it is. So, perhaps I'll get it. Maybe not right when it releases. I want to see how the reviews go. But if it's good, I might end up getting it. Probably not to record unless it's something like a Forge mode. Something like a custom map online mode. That might be a fun thing to record. We'll see. Right now, though... 127 gold plorts. Would you look at that? And how much are they worth in value over here? 334, and it's still going up. Okay, apparently there's a calculator you can use that'll read your save file in Slime Rancher, from what I've seen, and it can predict the market value of things in the future. So you can kind of see when would be the best time to sell your plorts. So I might do that and see when is the best time to sell the gold plorts. After checking it out, it looks like it'll hit a high of about 523 per plort. 26 days from now. So it'll be quite a bit of waiting if we were going to do that. Or we could do the alternative path and just sleep over and over until we get to that day, which would be a good thing to do later on, actually, because all my slimes would get pissed if I did that, because they wouldn't have any food for a very long time, unless I got drones to do that for me at that point. Actually, that brings up a thing. I want to see the things we can make with slime science right now, just out of curiosity. Actually, I'm going to throw in some hunter slime parts, because that's something we're lacking in, just so we can have that cleared up in there, just to have at least 50 of them in. And while we do this, I'll talk about the last game on this list of games, Watch Dogs Legion. I don't have too much to say about this one. It's another Ubisoft game. Not a big fan of Ubisoft games. I enjoy them sometimes. It's sort of like a guilty pleasure type of game, because a lot of Ubisoft stuff feel the same, at least to me. They feel very similar to each other. But it's still going to be pretty cool. It has that unique mechanic of where you can play as pretty much any NPC in the world, which is neat. Hopefully it's done well, like that works well, and isn't just a gimmick. If it is, it could be a really cool thing to play through. I'm not sure what I should make. Snares, dash pads, for slime bat. Make a drone. I kind of want to make a drone to see what that does. We can make warp tech stuff in here. Warp depots as well. We can make almost anything now. Other than these curios. We still need more jellystones and royal jelly. We can almost make the slime stage. That'll be something for next time. Spiral steam, indigonium, pink plort. Okay, we can do that. What does the slime ball hoop need? Jellystone, spiral steam, royal jelly. Okay. Did it say wild honey? No, royal jelly. Okay, so the drone takes some jellystone. We need a lot more jellystone, which is gotten at the quarry, I believe, right? Or is it just anywhere? I don't quite remember. Where's Jellystone found at? Just real quick. I think this episode's about done. Jellystone is found with a drill. It's just with a drill. Okay, so it's easy to get. So we should get plenty of that soon anyway. I'm going to buy a drone. We're going to see what it does. We're going to see what it does, at the very least. Alright. And how do we use a drone? If I place it down, install. Hello. Oh! You can only operate in one expansion at a time. Interesting. So it'll automate stuff, but you have to have the farm and the slimes in the same area to do it. Okay, that might work out. I could automate this whole section perhaps, so I never have to come over here. I could just set up a like market link somewhere and have it deliver plorts to that to turn it in. I'm gonna figure it out next time. Hopefully you all enjoyed this episode of Slime Rancher. I don't know, it's at a point where it's a lot of maintenance and a lot of thinking, and I'm running out of things to talk about, and I'm really tired right now, so yeah, you might have heard it in my voice. School is wearing down on me. But Slime Rancher is a bit of a highlight in my day. It calms me down. It's a good stress reliever. Hopefully you all enjoy it as well. And I will see you all on the next adventure.